two sisters. I can't play chess. I didn't get the great grades that they got. I held up the caboose. That's why I became an actor. You know, my Upward Bound story is just one of legacy. You know, when you're born into a life where you're poor, you feel invisible. You just feel invisible. You know, there is, you try to grasp at any sort of anything in your life that can sort of make you feel that you're worthy. And when I think of Upward Bound, I think of that one kind of entity that threw me the rope that made me feel worthy. You know, they say that you don't have to barter for your worth. You don't have to hustle for your worth. You come out of your mama's womb worthy. I wish someone had told me that years ago, but Upward Bound told me that. They saw me. They saw the nappy-headed little girl who, grew up in Central Falls and maybe had a few extra pounds on her and didn't know what the hell I was going to do with my life. They saw me. And they saw my worth. They taught me how to fail. Because, failure is a part of success. People say all the time, dream big, dream fierce. I always knew what I wanted to do. Nothing could stand in my way and all of that. But, life is hard. They taught me how to fail. They taught me when I had a bad day, you could call me up and I'll sit with you and I'll talk you through it. So I remember Jeff Kenyon. He is my Upward Bound story. Jeff Kenyon was my counselor. He said, whenever you need help, call me. Call me. And you could call me Jeff. I said, okay, Jeff. Jeff, why am I gaining weight? Because you just ate 5 Snickers bars. Really? 5 Snickers bars will do it? Yeah, because it's sugar. Taught me about sugar. Jeff, I'm having a really hard day in school. Can you just come? Can you just give me a few words? I'm having anxiety. Okay, I'll be there. Interrupted science class came in and said, I gotta talk to Viola. She's going through something. And the teacher said, hold up, it's science class. He said, you better back away. I came to talk to her until I talked to her, I'm not leaving. And I was like, man, they are gangster. And then that one day, that a teacher brought me a brochure about a huge talent contest that was going to take place where in 5 different categories of music, dance, visual arts, drama, music, all of that. They got thousands of artists were going to audition, and they were only going to choose 30 artists from each category to compete in Miami to become promising artists. And a teacher gave me that brochure and said, Viola, I think you could do that. Now me, not feeling worthy, nappy-headed little girl, always being called nigga, 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 being from Central Falls, which a friend of mine said, that's the armpit of Rhode Island. I said, I don't think I could do it. So who do I call? Jeff Kenyon. And what does Jeff Kenyon say? Viola, why can't you do that? I said, now Jeff, I don't have, I can't do that. I mean, there's kids from all over the country are going to be auditioning. I don't know if I have that kind of talent. He said, well, you do. I said, but I have to do a classical monologue and a contemporary monologue. He said, you know a classical monologue and contemporary monologue? I said, yeah, I do, but he said, okay, so what else? I said, Jeff, listen, I don't even have $15 for a VHS to tape my audition. He said, I got $15 right here. You're gonna, $15 for a VHS. I said, okay, but Jeff, I gotta shoot the thing. Listen, I can't shoot it in my living room. How am I gonna do that? He said, you know, Rhode Island College has a television program. They have a studio. I can get 2 people in there to tape your classical contemporary monologue. I said, yeah, but then I have to mail it. I don't have any money to mail it. I have no money to mail it. He said, I got money and you're gonna mail it. And then it was silent. And he looked at me. He said, you've run out of excuses. I auditioned. I borrowed clothes from my sister who was at Rhode Island College at the time. We tried on 10 different outfits. And I remember when I got that notice in the mail that said I was one of 30 artists chosen out of thousands to audition as a promising artist in Miami. Yeah. Do you know what it feels like to feel like it's like the day you were born and the day you discover why you were born? I felt this is it. I can actually do it. That's what Upward Bound gave me. Listen, you can either leave something for people or you can leave something in people. And Upward Bound, what it left in me is it's a gift that keeps on ticking, is what it's left me. Because now, you know there's a lot of unhappy people in the world. Now there's some happy people in the world, but there's some unhappy people in the world. Some of them you want to kick them in the ass. Some of them you want to hold. Sometimes that person could be you. But what I realized, what Upward Bound gave me, is a different definition of what success is. Because you have the people who make the grades in Upward Bound. You have the intelligence. You have the drive. You have people coming from all over the world who have the most unbelievable testimonies. They go on to MIT and BU and Harvard. But, and I feel like I could say this. You go out there, and now I'm an actress, and I've hit it. You see me, right? So I've hit it, right? So I'm doing a TV show, I'm walking the red carpet. I'm tired a lot, but I'm doing all of it. And you wonder, okay, so, boy, this is good, but I'm tired. I'm maybe a little disillusioned, maybe a little this. Think about Jeff Kenyon. And what I forget is that you don't reach just for success. That's what Upward Bound told me. What you reach for is significance. Upward Bound taught me that no matter what circumstances and obstacles are in your life, you are worth it. You are worth every dream, every goal you had, and once you hit it, you gotta be like those relay racers, where you got the 4 of the best runners, and they just run their leg of the race, and they pass the baton to the next runner, and that runner picks up that baton, and they run the next leg, and that other person picks up the baton. What Upward Bound taught me is run your damn leg of the race. Run it. You run it, You run it for all of its worth. You're the best runner, but by God, have the baton and pass it on to someone. Pass it on to someone so you create a legacy of hope, a legacy where you don't have to have that little nappy-headed girl somewhere in Central Falls or Compton or Lawndale, Chicago, or Garfield, Chicago, or Madison, Mississippi, who is once again being brought into the world feeling like she is a nobody. The power of Upward Bound is they are creating a legacy and a landscape in America where you are having a lot of people, brown skin, caramel skin, poor, Native Americans, who are coming in and they're changing the world. So I thank Upward Bound. I thank Miriam Boyajian. I thank Ron Stetson, who taught me how to fail, and who makes me feel like a good actor too. That's my ego, because sometimes I feel crappy. But thank you for giving me that significance, and thank you for me understanding the value of what it means to live a life. Thank you.